Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David Serero, and I have the pleasure to have today over the phone a phenomenal singer, ladies and gentlemen. Her name is Valerie Vonn, and she's way more than just a singer. She's a fully accomplished artist, and she's extremely talented. Just to bother us, she's also talented. Her name is Valerie Vonn. Let me spell it for you. V-O-N-N. She has released this fantastic new single that is called No Heart, but she does have a heart, trust me. It's called No Heart, and she has released this phenomenal music video, which you can see on YouTube. Please feel free to check it out. And this is part of several singles that she's going to be releasing over the season, which after should become an EP and hopefully a full album. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to play very massively this phenomenal new single that is called No Heart. But enough talking. Now let's have the one and only, the beautiful, the gorgeous, the super talented, the one and only Valerie Vonn. How are you today, Valerie?
I'm doing well. You are too kind, David. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, and I'm even better now that I have you over the phone. I really appreciate that you're taking some time with us. So it's funny because we are on iHeartRadio, and your song is called No Heart. So we shouldn't be playing your music. I'm just kidding. But we really love it. And the minute through the first bars, I mean, it's just a gorgeous songs at the corner of so many different genres. We're going to talk about all of that. But first, I would love to know about yourself. So I would love to know where you're from and how did you start music in the first place?
Yeah, well, I grew up in Florida, close to the Everglades in a small town. I was born in Dallas, but then my mother is from Germany, from East Germany, and most of my family is still there. So I got to grow up with this really great juxtaposition of, you know, having a European background, but growing up in the South and going between, you know, my parents separating early and my mother living in low-income housing and my father living way out in the boondocks in the middle of nowhere. So, when I was growing up with my mother, I would be exposed to bachata and salsa, merengue, casino, from all these really great Latin American Caribbean cultures. And then at my father's house, my father was a traditional pianist when it came to the classics, so jazz standards, Nina Simone, Otis Redding, Muddy Waters, but then also a lot of classicals. So I heard such a mix between country and blues and soul and Latin and just really great palette of music.
Well, now I understand where these beautiful genes are coming from. Is you grew up in a very artistic family. Do you think that is what made you today so special? The fact that you grew up with so many different cultures, from your mother from Germany, you born in Dallas, if I followed well, and then after grew up in the Everglades, in the sun and in the nature, and then now coming to New York, in the big city. Do you think that in a way this is what is making your style so unique?
Absolutely. And I think being able to grow up where, we didn't have a ton of money, but I would save up and for the summer go and visit my family in bigger cities. So I would get the opportunity to go from very small towns and then go to very large towns in other countries. And I think the ability to grow up and, well, really the blessing to grow up in a household that was very open-minded, as far as music and art and whatever you want to do with your life, as long as you, really mean it and do it well. And getting to travel and be exposed to those different cultures that I got to be around, I think made such a difference in my interest in music and the way that I developed my own sound.
And definitely, you said something very interesting. You used the word art, and your music and your music video and your personality, because I had the privilege of meeting you, right away we understand within seconds that you are a very artistic person, that you love the colors, that you love also I would say the aesthetic aspect of the music, not just the sound, but it's more something that you can watch, and you're very also active on social media, on Instagram. Do you think that today your music needs to be exposed that way also on the visuals, and is this something that you really enjoy also?
I think that's, it never occurred to me actually that I was painting a full picture, both visually and audibly. I think that it definitely complements each other. For me, when it comes to the way I dress, or, I like to study a lot of different kinds of dance, and I like to paint, and I like to work with, friends who are dancers and do choreography and, just observation of movement and then art in different textures, sculpture and watercolor and oil and anything that you can get your hands on. For me, it's just a way to express myself. And I think, that personality, if you're an artist and you write music and you produce and you work with so many different kinds of instruments and sounds, and you're always experimenting, that is just going to naturally bleed into every aspect of your life as an artist.
And, on your phrase, you use, in the same phrase, you use the word movement, you use the word colors, and all of that, we can see that pretty well exposed in your wonderful music video of the single No Heart, which we'll be playing right at the end of this interview. So please stay tuned with us. You have this couple dancing. So now tell us about the song No Heart, which again we're going to play at the end of this interview. Tell us, what does it mean for you? Like, how did this whole song come together?
I mean, I think a lot of people can relate to being in relationships where they're just, they're very in love, but they're very comfortable, and you wonder, are you just comfortable, or do you really love this person? And I tried to communicate that through the choreography as well when I was working with, with the couple. They were fantastic, and they've been dancing together for years. And getting together with them, Brendan and Ariel, they're so good. And I came in with a couple ideas, and we hashed it out. They listened to the track beforehand, and they come up with some amazing movements right before I did get there. And by the end of it, when we got to the recording for the music video, when we were all ready and ready to shoot, they just kept going. Like we had so many great things that we had to cut through so much material. And it's really nice to be able to work with artists who can understand your vision for it too. And the director was fantastic as well. It was a great team. It was just a lot of fun to be able to pull those elements into the video.
And no, it is really one of the best music video I've seen recently. So really, congratulations. And it tells a story also. So there's this beautiful thing done together. So my next question is, how would you qualify your music genre? Because as I said at the beginning, it's like at the corner of many different things. So I hear some Etta James at some point. I hear some rhythm and blues. I hear also some French European pop. I hear also some modern music in it. So how would you qualify it?
Yeah, I mean, the simplest way I would probably say is blues and soul pop, because instrumentally you can go so many different ways. There are some psychedelic elements when it comes to the guitar and the way that we, did process some of those sounds. But then it does have a very traditional, continuous beat throughout it. So you could say it is a very, old school blues song. So I think it could go, a couple different ways there. And I think everybody, when you hear the next singles that I'm ready to put out, I'll be releasing them in the next couple of months. I do have a range when it comes to my music, but the core of everything that I write is all along the blues and soul and rhythm avenue. Where I do pull in different instrumentation, it is really to just bring a different life and a different ear to a piece. But everything is going to fall into that realm.
And there is some solo tone to it, and your voice is so rich in terms of all the different harmonics that you put in. And I hear some Amy Winehouse also there and there, but it's you have some beautiful shining qualities in your voice. You're really a phenomenal artist. So now, who are the artists that influenced you the most when you started out, and also the ones that still inspire you today?
I would say that the artists who probably inspire me the most and still inspire me the most are Nina Simone, Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse, a lot of classical actually as well. I grew up listening and playing Bach. I actually used to play violin when I was young, so a lot of Bach actually. And, actually a lot of country as well. So Patsy Cline. I love Fleetwood Mac. Really a little bit of everybody.
So you say you used to play violin, is that right?
Yeah, I grew up playing violin.
Wow.
My father played piano, and I wanted to be nothing like my father. So I was like, let me pick the opposite and not sound like the violin. I had asked for the harp first, because I wanted to be especially difficult, but we couldn't afford a harp. So.
And this instrument, to transport it is just, it's so difficult. Already a violin is like, you have to carry it, but a harp is like perhaps
I wanted a real challenge.
Well, let me tell you, you challenged a lot of artists by putting out this beautiful music called No Heart by Valerie Vonn. Let me spell it for you, Vonn. So if I want to follow up on you, what do I do? Tell us your Instagram, tell us your social media, tell us everything else.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if you're interested in my story and who I am as an artist and just the day-to-day, definitely follow me on Instagram, and that's at ValerieVonn, Valerie Vonn. And to stay in touch with me as far as my music and to just be able to get notifications on new releases, and also save No Heart to your playlist and check it out for yourself. You'll hear it shortly. But follow me on Spotify. I am available to stream on every platform. But Spotify is probably the one that I'm going to be launching everything on for first releases. So that would just be Valerie Vonn.
Go ahead. No. And also our show is also syndicated now on Spotify. So, you can listen to the show on Spotify and also stream in the meantime the wonderful music, No Heart by Valerie Vonn. So, you are doing also something that I really, really love is you design earrings. You're doing really beautiful, beautiful things. So can you tell us about that other activity of yours?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I like to, for years, I've loved to sew and design and make things for myself because I really want to shop ethically and make sure that, the money is going toward the right people and that things are made well. And there are these beautiful designer earrings that I used to love, but I could never afford them. So I made my own version. And then I had so many friends and even people just on the street stopping me, telling me how much they love them. So I started making them myself and selling them for a lot of people. And now I'm using it as a way to raise money, actually. And I'll be getting a Etsy shop going and finding other ways to distribute and selling them directly on Instagram. Once I have that up, you'll see those on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram to check those out, you'll see that I'll start shopping and selling them directly there. And I hope that you like them and check them out too. They're beautiful.
Well, let me tell you, I don't wear earrings, but yours are so beautiful that I might consider doing that, So if you see me from now on wearing these beautiful earrings, purple or all the beautiful things that you're doing, it's because of Valerie Vonn's earrings. They're absolutely gorgeous. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Serero. I had the pleasure to have today on my Heart Radio the very talented Valerie Vonn. Valerie is with I-E at the end. Vonn, V-O-N-N. She has released this fantastic new single, which we are going to play right now without any intermission. The new single is called No Heart. Please follow her on Instagram and support this phenomenal, talented artist. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much.